Hello? If you know what this is, you are probably older than 35 years old now. This was a superpower in the 1990s. 1990s. So that tells you how old I am. And as such, it kind of leads into what I want to talk about, which is labels. Labels. To aspire to or to have a label, it can create blind spots. It can create how or dictate or influence how a person interacts and sees you. So my label, which is a label I am proud of, a label I like, is as a Taekwondo instructor. And as such, having that kind of label means I am 24/7 talking about and trying to spread Taekwondo. That is my life. So if I do anything outside of that label, it makes me weird. It surprises people because that comes out of their blind spot. Wow, he really did that? I did not see that coming. Blind spot. And so it doesn't compute, it doesn't fit that I, as a Taekwondo instructor, can do this other thing or show interest in this other thing. I mean, it's not trying to go from Taekwondo to boxing. That's kind of a natural conclusion of what I'm going to follow the combat arts. But if I'm going to go from what's something ridiculous? If I'm going to go from being a Taekwondo instructor to being a furry, all of a sudden it's like, I didn't see that coming. Why is he a furry? Oh my god. Which is, of course, yeah, ridiculous. But in the world of this, why not? Why can't I lead two lives? That's what creates the blind spot. That's what creates the blind spot. And I've come across that often. Sad to say, it has shown up often. Why? Why is why is Mr. Mario not being Mr. Mario? Why can't, and then this is me talking now. Why can't Mr. Mario just be Mario Brenica Jr., a human being? It's a terrible thing where, yeah, I'll use the word terrible. It's a terrible thing where people just expect me to do this and that. Let's leave the Taekwondo instructor label. Let's go to um, back to elementary school, where a boy is a little sweet on a girl, a classmate, and is like, "Ooh, you like her? Ooh." That's a label. "Ooh, you wanna date her?" That's a label. Okay, and we don't know that we're doing it, but we do it all the time because part of our ego, the ego that protects us, we want to fulfill the ego. We want to do everything. Oh, my head's itchy. We want to do everything the ego says to do, and and it's like, well, well, hell. It's like, oh man, that sucks. So, not too sure where I was going with that. I just don't like labels. It puts me in a rigid, a real rigid place where if I do anything to one person, it could be just one person that sees me do something that they don't expect of me. It it could ruin the label, which sounds like it's a good idea, but it could ruin my label and destroy my reputation. It could also just take my job away. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, it's Sunday. I'm right now at the laundromat, and I had time to just sit and wait, waiting for my laundry to be done. Then I'm gonna hit up some dinner with an old friend today. First started off as a classmate, not no, as a student. It's a dude. Don't worry. Started out as a student, and then became a close friend. I guess he's like one of the first people I broke that whole mentorship with. He's my friend, and it's like looking at Karate Kid Part 1. His Ralph Macchio, Daniel-san, his best friend is Mr. Miyagi, but he still calls him Mr. Miyagi, right? But that's his best friend, and I want I would want that to be maintained, right? Some of my friends, because they met me through Taekwondo, they will forever label me as Mr. Mario. My last name Abrenica, I never hear that because I've heard so many weird pronunciations of that last name, Abrenica. Abrencia and Abrenica are the two top mispronunciations of my last name. As well, I bet you my older brother and my younger brother Jeffrey, they both have suffered that fate, as well as all my other cousins in LA with the last name Abrenica, and I'm sure they have. I should ask them that one day. That'd be a nice icebreaker to my cousins, who has suffered with mispronunciations of the last name Abrenica. Hey, I'll try that one day, next time I see them. And of course, some of them who are married into the family, who have changed their last name into Abrenica. But yeah, the first part of this video, having that label has made people expect things of me, and when I do something they did not expect, it led to a lot of confusion, and to just some people have distanced themselves from me. Again, no specifics. But anyway, I will see all of you later. It's not New Year's yet. Today is Sunday, the 28th. A few more days.